here, you have lots of space, and the YouTube is very narrow right here. You can see the my phone right there. Yeah, so babies, okay, or non-babies, stay there. So this is I just this little window right here is okay. Everybody there. We're gonna start warming up. Yeah. So just in case they're new, brand new baby, there's no brand new babies here. So for the YouTube, if there's new babies, 7 stars, we're gonna warm up. Ankle, wrist, knee, elbow, hip, shoulder, 6 stars plus your spine. Okay. Let's warm up. Okay, we're gonna start with ankles and Rochelle count.
1、2、3、4、5 reverse 6、8、9、10。
Okay, mark the other one.
1、2、3、4 reverse 6、8、9、10。
Right, knees, initial.
1、2、3、4 reverse 6、8、9、10。
Continue, Karen, open.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
Excellent. Moving on to the hips. Jade.
1、2、3。
Easy does it.
2 reverse 0 3 5 0 6.
All right, we're gonna move on to our spine. Okay, start with your tailbone. So you need to isolate your tailbone, and we're gonna rotate however small that circle may be, and we'll bear count.
1、2、5、6、7、8、9、10。
All right, we're gonna move up to the lumbar, next on the spine, and we'll do a side stretch for this. I'm gonna count. Shift to your right and stretch to the left. Easy does it. Okay, less is more here. So only facilitate and take the forcing, coercing, pushing out of this realm now. And then slowly approach your range of motion. Ooh, nice. And the other way, shift to the left, stretch to the right. Easy does it. Feel. Chi. Bump. The stretch. Organic. Stretch, right? Chill. All right. Okay, we are going to move up on the spine to the thoracic portion. And we're gonna make a stretches here, and we're gonna move back and forth and stretch chest and upper back. Right.
5、4、3、2 Woo. Reverse. Liam. Chi. 5. Chill. Shift.
Okay. And we're gonna temporarily pause right here to train a couple of very important stances. you will use most frequently. Okay, first, it's called the frontal bow stance, bow arrow stance. So we're gonna face the southeast corner. So you're gonna find out with your front toe. Okay, your front toe is gonna be pointing towards your own. You have your own orientation centered, right? Spine. So you're gonna find that southeast corner, and your right toe is gonna point. Big toe is gonna point that direction, and then let your middle section around here called the quad. Okay, this whole here, hips, pubic, whole here, face fully to the same direction. So you need to have that turned, faced southeast corner that your right big toe is pointing at. Okay. And your power split for this, you will have more power in the front. So you will be 60%-ish, right, in the front. And if you have a very low step, you may even have 70. So there you go. And measure how much, because your front knee is definitely bent, but captured by the neck of the big toe. So it is a tower forward with measure, okay, with measure. So you're still safe. And for the young babies, of course, you're gonna be having your dual tracks, right? Right, the front foot on one track and the back on the other track. So that is for the non-babies, and also non-babies, your alignment of your spine, your secret power should be with you. And the back leg is gonna look straight. So the back leg will be straight looking, even the back knee, the left knee is secretly unlocked. So this, you're supposed to look pretty strong. Okay, this is a very strong looking stance. And we're gonna spin this middle part called the quad. We're gonna spin it leftward and shift your power back about 60-70%. So you're going into a new stance called a sit stance, like SIT, sit stance. So your power is, you can tell your power is more in the back. So when you need to go power backward, like you want to come back, you would mostly use this sit stance as your landmark, as your way of delivering the power backward. And spine should still be long, right? And feel it. The front leg in this stance is actually still slightly bent. It's still bent. Okay. So here you go. And we're gonna do the same thing facing northeast corner. We will start with that frontal bow stance again. So you're gonna find your northeast corner now. Your left big toe is gonna point right to that direction. And your paw will turn and face fully towards this northeast corner of yours. And feel it, because this is time not just to use your brain to remember these guidelines, but you have your body to have muscle memories. So front knee is bent again, but captured by the neck of your big toe. And your back leg is straight looking with a secret unlocked right knee. So this is your internal structure that you're building, and very, very useful for the future. So have some muscle memories. All right, we're gonna spin our quad. So towards the right, the east, and shift your power back 60-70%. Sit stance. So you're gonna come back, sit more on the back leg, 60%. Some may have 70. So there, and make sure your alignment, your spine, right? Your secret power is still with you. And always remind yourself, we're only as powerful as our alignment. Okay, there you go, sit stance. All right, let's move on to the next star, because these are all basic training. Basic training is you focus, you drift until to the point you do not think it's a reflex. You're just gonna do it because the muscle will remember it. All right, next Next start, shoulder. I think we are, I don't know, anybody here can count yet? Not yet, okay. So shoulder drop, right? You're just gonna go E, drop down, R, down and down. Okay, 三, drop, drop back, 四. So shoulder drops. 五, because usually we have risen higher shoulders, both. 七. So we are taking a moment to get these shoulders gently drop down, stretched, released. 十. And then we move on to the neck. Okay, so the neck, easy does it. Okay, easy does it. Okay, I'm gonna have Benicio and Felix switch. That way I can see, maybe I can see Jake. All right, so we're gonna have gentle neck work. E, forward, R, backward, 三, side, 四, other side. Gently rotate. 六, all around, very gentle, please. 七, reverse. 八, 九, 十, nice. And then crane neck. So we're gonna go down with your chin out and in. And always remember, easy does it. So less is more with us, right? He trains us to have better efficiency. And 四, 五, and reverse. 六, 七. This is called a crane neck, like a crane, like a bird. 八, and always ease. The more ease we have, the less disease will be left with, right? Okay, so we're moving on, but still more neck. We're gonna do side. We're gonna do a side stretch with open hands, so a little more involved. And 12 counts. Start on the right, everybody. We can count together. All right, ready? Let's go. Right, E, forward, R, left, stand forward, right, forward, left, forward, right, forward, left, forward, all right. Well done. We're gonna do arm throws next. It's the skill of letting go. So you're gonna get your arm down, let go. Just completely. No holding, just. Yeah, let it go to the end. Right? 四, 五, 六. Come on, let go. See, let it swing all the way down. See? And then both. See, we can do it. 七. There you go. Excellent. 八. So drop those dead weight. Let go. Forgive and go. 十. Excellent. Okay, you see this? Right? See this? Let it swing out of it. Okay, just let it go. Okay, yes, let it just go. Okay, elbow rotation next. Elbow and elbow. So you're gonna stabilize your elbow and have forearms go around it. See if you can go full range of motion. So you're gonna hit all the numbers on the clock. Okay, excellent. And do the other way. So see if you can get to full range of motion. Stabilize your ankle. Stabilize your elbows. Stabilize the elbow. You see the elbow is not moving much. Okay, forearms are the one moving, right? Okay, great job. All right, we're gonna Robert, would you please close that closet door?
Sure.
It's very nice. Very colorful. Okay. All right, so we must focus. Less is more, okay? All right, so move on. We're gonna move to the last star. Wrists. Yes, take care of the wrists. So we're gonna continue to do rotation for this one, but it's gonna be an infinity sign. Okay, gonna be 2 loops. And let's go. Each see the loop inward, loop outward, inward, outward. So for sure, it's the infinity symbol. If you can, do you feel that infinity symbol? You are tracing, trace, 2 circles. Come on, continuously 2 circles. And reverse, you go the other way, but the same symbol. Each hand is tracing its own infinity symbol. So it's not a singular, it's not a singular circle or this circle or that circle, but both. See how you can cross over to the next one like an infinity. That's why you can go on and on because your future movements, really, it's all kind of like an infinity, but not maybe so regular, like this, so regular. It may be like this. This is your quads gonna move. Of course, it's more stable. Okay. So the quads gonna start to move like that in the future. Okay. All right. So we have warmed up our 7 stars and some. All right. Let's move on. More neuron training. Okay. Neuron. Okay. Start first. Ready position. Okay, before anything powerful can happen, first we must realign. So we gonna rise, realign, and repower. Okay, let's get to our power state. So the power place based on our alignment. So earth, rooting. So first, place your feet shoulder width apart, your own shoulder width, and get your feet straight for new babies. Point your toes slightly inward to start. So have toes slightly inward and root them. That just means you're gonna activate your feet. You start to ground them, you start to grip, right? You can feel the feet come alive. You all of a sudden can feel them. All the toes, the heels, and the outside half of the foot is kind of cupping and gripping onto the ground. So there you go, feet, Tai Chi feet, activate. By doing that, you can feel the shift and the ankles following, the knees following, and your legs activated. It's gently arched, right? So legs are alive now, microly coiling, just alive, like ready, right? Stand by, stand lively standing by. That's basically how you feel. Feet, legs already, and then hips. So your hip joint's gonna rotate a little bit to facilitate your tailbone to go down because the tailbone wants to root as well from the air. So it's reaching downward a little. You can go through all this process very gently, okay? So you're gonna root your tailbone. Honor its desire to root, right? So go ahead, root. So once you anchor your tailbone, your spine, our earthly part are done. So the right earth below us are taken care of. Gravity respected. Okay, now next, very top of your crown. So you know this is a journey that takes place inside, right? It's between you and you, completely internal. So stay focused, stay internal, and then move up to your rooftop now, your own temple. So the rooftop, find your heaven's door point. And once you find it, your checkpoint actually, if you check your chin, If your chin is slightly tucked, right? Your rooftop right there, you found it. And we're going to gently lift that heaven's door point as if there's an invisible cord with a hook from the sky falling down, and you're going to put yourself on that sky hook at your heaven's door point. So now you feel your spine is gently elongated. Perhaps you're a quarter inch taller, right? And the spine is gently stretched. Yeah, lower back, stretched. Neck, stretched. Yes, whole spine activated. Very well. So now that we are aligned, we need to finish the third part, centering. So we took care of the earth, the heaven. We now take care of our humanly energy. So our best place is the center. Use your vision that you're developing now. Another skill, getting better and better. So you can use your inner vision to see this cross between your feet. Right? Where is the center cross point? You see that in you, and you're going to start to move your spine to stack it above that center point. So you're going to feel the shift moving yourself towards the middle of your feet now. And non-baby's already there. So you can just go, if you're there, you go right to your power state and you just meditate. And enjoy that powerful meditation. Babies, we're still working on it. So just move your elongated vertical spine and stack it above that center cross point. When you get there, you're going to more and more get there, and you can feel that your innate original power right there. So now you are repowered. You remembered when you were that little baby first stood up, that power. There you go. Yes. And then from there, let's go to our efficiency state. So you got your power, your alignment, right? Earth, heaven, humanity aligned. And efficiency state is as you trust your hook, you stay on the hook, can we let go even more, right? If there's any baggages, dead weight we're still carrying, let's just stay on the hook and let go. So shoulders down, arms falling, armpits hollow, elbows soft, fingers down, naturally separated, right? And chest hollowed downward, hollow down. Upper back down, loosened. Your quad downward, loosened waist. So you just feel you're just kind of hanging down from the hook and feel the gentle stretching sensation all over, right? All over, like this human shaped balloon hanging from heaven downward, plugged into earth, and just fully enjoying, very present, all these sensations in you. All perceived, sensed by. Yeah, feel it. It's very nice. Very nice. As you stretch gently, it's quite pleasuring. Just facilitate that to take place. All right. Well, Earth must go on. Yes, let's go. we're gonna we're gonna go into Tai Chi state. I know Fuji state is always so great, right? Just kind of like, who wants to go to who wants to, who wants to go to right Earth? Some call it a ghetto, but okay, ghetto, we must go. All right, there you go. So let's go beginning of Tai Chi, right? Going to Tai Chi state where we're gonna have yin and yang. So let's power on. So power on, physical starts. So your nozzle is right at your lower dantian below your navel. So you start to inflate. Your balloon start to inflate and then inflate even more. So yes, okay, air in, air in. So you're gonna feel that little stretching, getting more and getting more, right? Like the balloon, we are stretching more. So your fascia is feeling the consequence as it's getting stretched outward, all directions. So we're gonna go to this default place where your hands about your shoulder height and shoulder width, and sit your wrists a little bit, called the 坐着. Sitting the wrist just a little bit, that facilitate your power go all the way to the fingertips. You can feel the difference when you sit the wrist a little bit. Yes. And your shoulder shall be down. Okay. Elbow shall be naturally still dropped. You see all your arteries. You don't see your feet, but you feel your feet. But you can see fingers, arms, right? You feel your spine, your legs. Excellent. And let's go through some finger exercise and really your brain exercise. Let's start with eagle claws. Boom. Totally not like your Tai Chi hands, right? Hard fingers, hard palms, and Tai Chi hands. Back to your miniature arteries. And tiger claws, hard knuckles, right? Knuckles, knuckles, knuckles. All right, Tai Chi hands. Because when we have arteries, your power is evenly stretched into everywhere, right? No favorites, remember? And then Tai Chi fists, even our Tai Chi fists are very flexible. See, hollow fist, squeezable, movable, and then Tai Chi hands. And hook hands is really a hook wrists. So you're gonna shift power to the wrist and have your fingers together, hands downward. In the meantime, remain shoulders down, elbows drop, your artery, your Tai Chi arm, right? Everything is still in place. All right, let's go. Tai Chi hands. We're gonna repeat the second round faster. Okay, eagle claws, Tai Chi hands, tiger claws, Tai Chi hands, fists, hands, hook hands, and fingers together. Keep them safe, and Tai Chi hands. Excellent. Brain's getting sharper and sharper. All right, let's train a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4. One finger at a time. You need to hold a virtual egg in each hand. So let your fingers and palms circular into this shape where you're going to have a, say, raw egg held vertically. So your brain needs to put out the perfect pressure for an egg, just right. Just hold it there. And then focus on your thumb now. Your thumb standing up first and then slowly fall to you. And very slow. So first round, you're going to set a record, right? Very slow with the eggs intact though. And second round, you're going to break your record. See if you can go slower because super slow is very challenging. So challenge yourself. Challenge with the eggs intact. And then you're going to go fast. Very fast. Fast. About fall. And then fall even faster. So break your own record every time. Challenge yourself. And then your thumb's going to bow to each other. Only one knuckle. Slow. Slow does not mean stopping. Slow just means moving, but very slow. So break the record next round and then fast as you can. Only one knuckle. The top one, bypass the base one, go right to the top, the tip, get the brain going, and fast, even faster. And eggs must be there. All right. Getting really sharp now, everybody. Yes, we're getting younger. Okay, now we're going to return fingers from pinky and you're going to articulate very clean. You want your brain to like very cleanly can command and be carried out, not just giving a command, nobody listens. Like, it's like, okay, everybody listen one at a time, as fast as possible. I know I'm giving a command, as everybody listening. Your body the same way. You're like, you're giving a command, but is anybody listening? So there, you like, listen, follow my instruction. Okay, there you go. We're back to our power structure. So your IG structure is unique, right? You're gonna let go linear stiffness, right? You're gonna become very alive, right? Alive meaning you're just coiling, micro coiling, right? There, you can feel it, your feet, your legs, your spine, your arms, your finger. Very alive, right? Ready to go. Okay, this is your power structure. We're gonna change it. Remember, you were inflated with some right air-like power, and it's still in you. We just banged up to a different shape. Okay, we're just balloon, right? Balloon for sale in different shape. Remember these people? They bend them into different shape. That's us. All right, there. So you're gonna hold down some two balls, one on each hand. You pin them down. Your heaven store still up. So you can feel your whole structure still powered, stretchy, your fascia still activated, potentiated, rooted, uplifted, centered, and eased. You're still very, very present, focused, fully activated. There. And refocus and sync your chi, your inner power to your lower dantian, right here below your navel. All right, we're gonna let go your Tai Chi arteries back to this scrambled empty state. All right, okay, hydration time. Hydrate your fascia. Anybody's on YouTube? Go grab your liquid of choice and hydrate. A little sip is okay. Don't need to put on half of a bottle. Okay. We don't want to do that. Okay. You guys want to go outside? So just go. Continue to train. All right. So we're doing a live class, so I cannot respond to anybody. So hi. Okay, I see a bunch of hi there. All right, we're gonna continue to train. They're just gonna train at their level. All right, let's train. All right. So as our Tai Chi training is sensation training, it's fascia training, it's training of arteries. So fascia is the organ has the most neurons, right? So we are reconstructing it every single time, especially for either new baby or people trained, but and then come back. So we're gonna need to reestablish, right? So okay, so we're gonna do a very basic training. Ready position is your first journey. You've done that before, so you return to this, refresh this journey, like reset, right? Reset. So the first journey is realign. It's to realign and repower. So you need to return to your power place, right? We all had it as that little baby first stood up. Nobody could keep us down. That was power. That was real innate life force, right? So we stood up, and this is time to remember that. Rooted, uplifted, centered. So there's earth, heaven, humanity. Right? Once you get these three optimally realigned, you're in your power state. And this is your secret. This is your inner superpower. And from now on, whatever we do, right? Changing direction, moving forward, moving back, sideways, just guard this power, your secret power, your alignment. Carry it with you. So remember here. And from your power state, there's your ease, there's your efficiency state. So you're going to learn to be more and more efficient by letting go. Okay. And let's activate. Let's start activate our fascia slowly, filling in, right? Like inflate with air, and then filling more. So we're gonna start to do some fascia basic. So you're showing some power. You basically express a little power outward right now. And once you get there, let's change shape without leaking out air. Same amount of inner power, we're changing shape. So you're just stretching your fascia differently to different shape, basically. So blossom, open, and hold down, heaven's door up, right? Keep the fascia continuously activated, gently stretch. What happens when you stretch something, right? If you pull a sling, if you pull an archery, what happens? You create potential power, right? You apply your active force, and then there's the counteractive force hiding, just just sits there waiting, right? So we can choose not to release it. When you pull a sling, right? You don't need to release that power. You could just pull it and slowly put it back to neutral, right? So right now it's pulled. It's pulled. Your fascia is stretched, and you're still stretching to different shape. You're still not putting it back to neutral. You're just stretching into different directions. Still stretching, right? There we go. So this is a fascia training. All your Tai Chi moves in the future should have a baseline stretching, meaning potentiation, substantiation. So you're always training. When you train Tai Chi in different moves, right? You continuous having resistance training all over your body, right? All over, because your fascia is a whole body suit. All right. Of course, the muscles, tendons, whatnot. Of course, and your bone. When you have resistance training, guess what happened to the bone? Bone density is better. That's right. Okay, back. So that was a very basic training. Okay. The key is when you do this, you don't fall apart, right? You're still powered. You just stretch in different shapes. Your secret power is still intact. Okay, we're gonna do Tai Chi walking next. Let's do that. Okay, so we're getting mobile because this was station. So go back, line back down there. We're gonna walk forward. Your first task is to go forward stepping. Even your long form, the section one, go forward stepping. There's not even a back. For foundation, actually in level 2, you start to get all the stepping in level 2 to really set the foundation for you. But okay, you're mostly gonna walk forward. Okay, in life, same way, we're mostly gonna walk forward. Occasionally, we need to step back. So start with your very basic, which you already did, open feet. So this is your very basic training. Is you establish your default. Default, it's like open feet stance, shoulder width. See, you just stack there nicely, right? Like a rectangle shaped structure, right? There you go. So this is the first thing you do. You establish, and you have a foundation, which is 3 inches in. You stand, boom, stabilized, rooted, right? So very hard to fall, very, very hard to fall, because how are you going to fall? Look at the structure, right? So this is a default you establish, and if you're a advanced practitioner, your roots are strong and deep. Okay. Then we gotta go. So forward stepping and look forward. Here's where you must start to nurture your vision, right? So, like Helen said, what's worse than not having sight? She couldn't see, right? Is having sight but have no vision. We have sight, So we're gonna start to develop vision. So what's the vision? Other people cannot see, you can. That's a vision. So go ahead, start developing your tracks right here. That line, that track, other people cannot see, you see. Left foot has one, right foot has one. So go ahead and get that developed because you're gonna need it. All right. So I think on that side, I don't know, Mark already can do the walking. I don't know if Felix can do the walking. You two can switch then, because you guys can certainly move. So to Felix and Mark, switch. Yeah, because Felix hasn't been, maybe have not been doing it for a while. Just stay with me. And eventually you guys can just do more walking and Felix you can be in the front. So first, just remember this. First, everybody can just refresh it. So start from your open V stance, okay? Here's no arms. Your arm is going to be either by your tailbone or on your paw, right? Just no distraction for you. Only focus on stepping. So the Tai Chi walking we're talking about the forward walking here because you could go side, you could go backwards too. So just forward for especially the babies. And start from here and we learn to change direction. You need to train to change direction with your secret power. Your secret power. So anybody can change direction, but how's the integrity of your structure? Right? So get this drilled out to the point you can do this quite easily with your alignment fully intact. So you spin your quad, spin the quad, spin the quad, right? Spin your quad. Look, no challenge here anymore, right? You're just gonna do it. Excellent, excellent. Then there comes the shifting of the quad. Shifting of the quad. So your quad is moving, right? Supported by the rooting and powered by the legs. Your legs are moving your quad. Your legs are moving your quad. And this is where your alignment, your secret power is in question. Like, how am I doing here? I move my quad, but it's my alignment off. That is always your number one priority. Because once you establish, found, rediscover or return to the power, right? Your secret alignment is with you. You guard it, right? Bruce Lee famously said, guard your center. So guard your center, meaning guard your secret power. I did not say what the center means. Guard your center. He's talking about center of gravity, but in your case, the alignment is the first. So go ahead, get used to changing direction, shifting, right? With power, with your secret power intact. See this? See the alignment? Excellent. Okay, we're gonna start moving now. For babies, are gonna encounter a new stance. For the others, like Frank and Denisha, I think you guys already can do it. You can just go ahead and do your things. I'm gonna be with the babies. So you're gonna spin and shift your quad, and in order to make step, we have to become vulnerable. Meaning you need to go to one route. You have two routes that's safer, but you need to because you gotta move. So you gotta move your power to 100% to this leg. That's when you can see you remove that root, and then we can have an intermediate in the middle thing called the T. And beginners, you can T off the ground. Okay. Eventually, maybe you don't need to, but right now on the ground is fine, but you 100% on your right leg. You need to load your body weight on the right leg. And how much you're gonna, right? You can still adjust a little lower or up based on your current fitness level, okay? And then you need to find where the track is. And you place it on it straight, and then you're gonna deliver your power now. So the delivery, as you already know, is a quantify. So you're gonna deliver as you train for. Safe and balanced. There you go. Knee by the neck of the big toe. Back leg straight. And spin your quad back. Sit stance from the low. Spin. Shift your weight. 100% T. So this is your new stance called the T stance. So this is after the open feet. And set on the other track. Very important. And frontal roll. And with a little drill of your sit stance, just give one round. See the sit stance? You have more weight in the back. Frontal roll, very measured. Okay, knee cap by the neck of the big toe, quad facing front, back leg straight. And then let's do more. Carefully shift 100% T. And then find your other track over there. And you see my power is hiding here. Then I deliver. So you're going to deliver with measure. Frontal roll stance. This is the measure. So we're still safe and balanced. Spin. Carefully shift your weight. And T. And find the other track. And slow. Power delivery. Remember, very disciplined. This is where the discipline serves you. So we are safe and balanced, you see? And more slowly, shift your weight, 100% T. And find the other track again. Always remember that vision. Other track, okay? To avoid the balance beam walking, like you're walking on a balance beam, very hard. So here, see the quad, fully frontal. There you go. And carefully shift your weight and teeth. And set up on the other track. And slowly power forward, frontal roll stance. And spin. And carefully shift your weight 100% teeth. And set up on the other track. Slowly power forward and discipline. Knee captured by the neck of the big toe. Spin. Carefully shift. Teeth. So when you form a T, it's like a T, capital T. And then remember where that track is. The other track, and frontal roll. All right. I'm going to have you two also go back with back stepping. So do baby steps, okay, other track. Set up with an angle, power back. You don't need to like grasp. You don't need to like train hard on this one just because this is a level 2 stuff. But it just so we go back. Well, actually, we could have just face turn, face, walk back, forward stepping. There you go. You go there.
Oh, okay.
There. So that's same thing. T. Other track. Make sure you're on other track and be very, it's like a secretive, right? When you make that first, see, this is a frontal roll, right? You set up, shift your body weight 100% and T. The key is you need to find the other track. Also, the other key is to be humble, meaning you're gonna need to have your power here for delivery. You can't. You're done. You got nothing left right now. So you need to have the power here and here set up. This is a setup. This is like a sneaky setup. Why? You need to take over the territory where you need to plug in so you can come, right? So you go set up to your favor, meaning on the other track, you're all good. Here comes the power. There's the power delivering phase. That was not meant to be a power delivery while you're setting up. Here's it. That's it. There you a win. Safe, balance, next. And spin is another setup. You want to set up the angle and carefully because you're gonna go to one leg. That's why it's a vulnerability time. You gotta keep and setup is as important as remember how effective it's based on as good you got you left you your power left you. So you need to set up, you stay in the back too long, and then you power forward. So very important at the beginning. You slowly shift your T, right? Set up on the other track, hide the power in the back. Don't give any power. Give any power. So you need to come in closer to you. Too long, overextending. So you want to just right there and you stay back. You stay back, then you come forward with the power. Do you see the difference? So you spin, set up. This is just angle set up. And then shift your weight, T. And it's another setup. Setup meaning you don't give power. You set up. You just put it there. Your power is all in the back here. Now let's go. There's the delivery. That's right. You must clarify that process. Set up. This is a power transfer because you're moving all your power to this one leg here. And then you set up for the next, right? You set it up, ready? Set up first. Only don't give any power. Okay, ready. There is your frontal bolt. You come with the frontal back heel down. There, yes, you need to have two roots to support you and quantify by your frontal bolt. And all right, so that's a Tai Chi walking forward. Okay, excellent. Let's do the form. Great job. Finish you. And great job, friends. Training hard. So this is, oh, I'm not afraid. So now you can two lines, zigzag. You can come forward. We're going to enjoy the form next. All these hard training, focus and drill. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to do form. Okay, form is flow time. Flow, flow, flow. All right, ready position. Find your space. Forward a little. Yes, okay. Excellent, excellent. Let's enjoy our Tai Chi foundation form. It's proprietary. And you work on the substance a lot, right? So these are all substance-based, right? Substance-based, not a superficial form. We're working on the content. So you learned a lot. Let's enjoy it. In body, mind, and spirit. Ready, position. Rooted, uplifted, set. Ease, focused. Beginning of Tai Chi. Power on, inflate, and open. Hold down, heaven's door up. Feel the fascia activated, stretched. And first should hold your chi. So you're going to sit down a little of your tailbone or more. It's up to you. And start holding, start hugging a large ball of qi, which means air or energy. So you're gonna hug it like a large beach ball, right? Hugging where lower dantian is right here. You're gonna hug right around your lower dantian level, as if there's a bundle of air, energy. You can feel it as you focus. It's really gonna grow for you. The vibe's gonna get stronger. Yours, even your sensitivity will get better. So the focus is the key. And the easy breathing, just let it flow is fine. And especially if you can just let it go in and out like a body breathing, the whole body. And then second should stretch your chi. So we start moving now. Slowly inhale, ward off outward power. And slowly exhale, hold in inward power. So you're doing basic training. And when thing moves, everything moves. You can feel your whole structure, whether it's going outward or inward, the whole structure is doing it. Feel it. And just train with yourself or a shadow trainer. Number 3, yo-yo your chi. So we're gonna go up and down. So your downward power and your upward power. Whole structure again is changing. Down, you can feel, right? The whole structure. And up, whole structure lifting, whole structure compressing, downward. And then number 4 is called extend your chi. So we're going on extending, circling, spiraling, in and out, push away. Nice. And continue looping. Inhale, exhale. Just continue spiraling. You can feel the spiraling here going on there. And push away. One more. You see this looping, continuous, tortuous pattern? And yeah, that's how we get back to nature. Just that is how nature moves. We're going to get more and more natural. And then number 5, cross arms first. It's called separating the space. Outside hand will go up, inside hand will go down like a giant, right? You hold up heaven, you hold on earth, and then cross in between, and then again, like a giant, hold up heaven and earth, and cross, and separating space again, guard your center. You were training hard to build that alignment. See if you can keep your alignment while you're holding up and down. Nice. And still preserving your arteries. That's how we express our power in Tai Chi. The power is expressed in an elastic way, meaning, see, it's soft, right? Because archery can be stretched, but the power within is real, right? So there's the strength within the softness. It's a cotton wrapped steel. Right? So you got the strength, but you got the softness. And that's what we're building. So meaning bones hard, but the others are soft. Fascia, right? So we're building our resilience, elasticity through each move, and guard your center. Carry your power with you. And then cross. Number 6 is coming. Coil your arms. We're going back to our default place. Shoulder width apart, shoulder high. Number 6, rock your boat. And we're going to change direction now. Spin your quad. When you spin the quad, the upper body goes with it. We're going to coil. We're going to round, we're going to loop, and we're going to spiff the quad to your right leg. 100% eventually. You can sit down to your own fitness level. You can have a tea and find your other track. Set it up. Point to your northeast corner. We're going to push this little boat of yours. Very slow, steady. See? Frontal bow stance. And process loop. And then pull into your sit stance. And then loop. Push into your frontal bow again. Very quantified. Move. You have 2 stances you already trained for. In the front, you have that frontal bow stance. So you're going to finish and get there. And as you pull back, you have a sit stance to go into. A kind of quantifies you right there, and you move on to the pushing phase. So you have a push, you have a pull, and you connect the two, make a continuous flow, right? Slow, steady, unstoppable, right? You can feel the softness, but you can also feel the unstoppable quality, like a river, soft, but it can be quite powerful. So you gotta train to grow this little river into a deep, deep river, right? The content is different. It's one more for this direction. Slow, steady building it up, building your own content. And come back, spin more towards the front, shift your weight 100%, so you can return to shoulder width and reset your fascia. Just open and spin your quad to the southeast corner, coil around, and spiff your quad to your left leg. 100% same team set up on the other track. It's going to be southeast corner, and you'll push your little boat slow, steady into your frontal boat stance. And then move and process. Slowly pull back to your sit stance and drill within these two stances in a flow. So you're going to do it a very steady, fast, and continuous. Although movement may look soft, and your substance is visible. You can feel it. You can feel it if you give resistance. If you give resistance, you will build up substance. So the resistance is invisible. You either self-apply, or you think you train with a shadow trainer. He can give you. So you gotta overcome that resistance every moment. You're overcoming. You're overcoming, right? So that's the little boat. You're pushing and pulling. That's your substance. And slowly pull. Easy does it. Please train at your own current fitness level. Okay? Always do that. And one more. So this is the last push. Slowly, steady, unstoppable. And process and come back, pull. Slow, steady, and spin face front. Shift your weight, shoulder width apart on the feet to reset your function. Stretch outward, pull down, pelvis doors up. You are still fully powered, rooted up, lifted, centered, eased, and present. Just feel it. Feel everything from within. Let us focus, sync our chi to our lower lung tract. Slowly let go our arteries and back to our no polarity, Wuji state. Boca, finishing it. Okay, I know. Hard training. Let's close the foundation Tai Chi session for stance. Slowly in and slowly out. Again, in, out, in, out, and we're gonna breathe right here abdominally. In, blow up your belly, diaphragm downward, out, belly in, diaphragm up. In, out. So get your abdominal breathing going in and out. So very deep down here. Okay. We only do 3. You can do more at home. And Rub hands, cover eyes, keep your eyes useful against blue light, pollution, infection. And then acupressure all over face and all over skull. Keep our face, our appearance, our mind youthful. Stay playful, creative, and imaginative. And then neck, thyroid console. Inside arm up, outside arm down, inside arm up, outside arm down. Front, down, extra love for the knees. Inside, up, outside, down. Back of the legs up. And we're gonna spiff now. Spiff, spiff, meaning spin and shift, spiff. And remember, our secret power, our secret is our alignment. That's right. Yes. So, Tai Chi practitioners are all spiffers. And of course, with the secret power intact, not just wobbling around. And allow your arm to let go. Get soft and gently whipping yourself. Low, middle, high. Just get used to this spiffing mechanism you build up. It's effortless. You could do this quite efficiently. You can let go of the dead weight, fighting self, right? So fighting battles against self. So there, pat yourself on the shoulder effortlessly. Good job. Good job. You got to do it because I can't do it for all of you. Do it to yourself. And for showing up for yourself and for the group and for training with our motto of commitment, diligence, excellence, and modesty. All right. Last but not least, gratitude. So we're gonna have feet together. You can have one foot find the other. Either way, find it. Okay. Sometimes people couldn't find the other foot. So heaven, earth, heaven, earth, heaven, earth together. You're gonna face me and bow and say 谢谢师傅 to me. 谢谢. Great training, everybody. Another wonderful training. And babies, turn that way to your big brothers and your big sisters. Turn that way and bow. Turn that way, feet together. Go ahead, face that way. And you're gonna heaven earth together and bow and say 谢谢师兄们. That's to the big brothers. And 谢谢师姐们 to the big sister. Bow. There's a Shijie Dab. Shijie Dab's in the on Google Meet. Don't forget her. Oh. and then yes, and then well, I don't know. Initially is a big brother. You already did the two of you. I think between the two of you, who is the big sister again? Yes, Marianne. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Feet together. You go say 谢谢师姐 to her. 谢谢师姐 and 谢谢师妹. All right. Great job. Excellent. I remember. Okay. Great job. I remember this time. I'm going to shut it down now. Last time I had to last for another 20 minutes. All right. This is our Tai Chi Foundation class, Proprietary, and welcome and continue to train with us. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 to 7. Saturday is 11:30 to 12:30, all Eastern time.